Hello. 1 2 1 2. Hello. I think that's working. Oh. If you can't tell, I'm starting a little bit stressed. All right. I think I'm going to calm down in a second, but well, first off, hello everybody again. But I knew streaming my phone through my PC and getting that all working was going to be a bit of a headache, and it was. But it looks like it's all going to work. I think it's going to work. I guess we'll see what's going on once I switch over, but hopefully it's all worth it. I'm crossing my fingers because this was not fun. I probably won't do it again. But let's go into the chat. And yeah, I don't know if LS Mark is still here, but that was definitely a really surreal moment when I was like, oh, I can't do my stream because my phone's not streaming properly. And then I just look up and just see a comment from LS Mark, someone who has like an insane amount more subscribers than me. But if you're still here, well, that's kind of crazy. I loved your Simpsons breakdown. That was really cool. That was a really good video. But anyway, I don't know. Lots of things going on. My head's swimming a little bit. We'll see how we get on. Because I think it's going to work. But hello, John. I believe we settled on John. Hello. Mark, how does it feel being in a live chat off a better YouTube than you? well, that's not true, is it, Gal? But made me laugh, so I'll take it. A sauce, hello. Oh, something just fell off my... What was that? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Something just like fell off the top of my PC and almost hit my foot. That was weird. Yeah, hey guys, what's up? Right. In a second, I'm going to switch over and we'll have to just see what happens. I think I'm going to stop playing the music for a little bit, but if you know The Simpsons Tapped Out, you'll know it has very little music. So it's like, if I'm not playing music, there's a good chance most of the stream is just going to have no music at all. But I think I'm going to boot the game up and we're just going to see what happens. Okay, so there's like 3 or 4 steps I need to do here. So first I need to go into studio mode. How do I go into studio mode? I can't remember how I do that. Is that button? It's over there. Where is it? No, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. Studio mode. Okay, we're in studio mode. And then I need to switch to my mobile one. Okay, that's looking okay. Then I need to stretch this out so the quality's a lot better. There it is. That's looking very nice. And then I need to go back to this. Is that okay? So it's all going to be worth it, folks. Don't you worry about that. Then I need to fit to screen. Yeah, let's just do fit to screen. And then I can switch over. Here we go. Is this going to work? Transition. Hey. Wait. Studio mode, get rid of that. Hey. There we go. It looks like it's working on my side. You're not going to hear any audio because it doesn't come with a lot of audio. But in a second I can tap and then I can keep tapping. Been watching your Simpsons rankings while playing through games. Been nice seeing such detailed breakdowns, especially on all the ports. Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from someone like yourself. That's awesome. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, it's some of it came from the fact that I feel like the Simpsons games have been a little bit underrepresented on YouTube. Like a lot of people just play them for like an hour and just says, doesn't this suck? And they're not wrong. They do suck, but there's like a little bit more to that story. So that's why I kind of decided to go through them all and try and do a proper take. I'm still learning, I guess. It's still early days for me, but no, that's massively appreciated. Massively appreciate that comment. So thank you very much. Right, okay, let's get tapping. I don't know if there's going to be any mic interference because in the past, sometimes when I have my phone near the mic, it like creates some interference, but I've replaced the cable recently with a Japanese one for whatever that's worth. I don't know why that's important, but on the bag, it had a big old Japanese flag. So I'm like, oh, well, I like Nintendo. Mario Kart's pretty good, so I guess it's going to be a good cable. So I gave that a go. So hopefully this works. So here we go. Tapping. God, it's crazy that this is actually working. This is one of those things, right, where like I'm not the most tech savvy person. So the idea of I could plug in my actual phone to my PC to then stream it through YouTube and using my actual mic and stuff, to me that just sounded like, no, you can't do that. Don't be silly. I'm not a rich person who can afford that fancy equipment. But no, it was like actually super simple to do. Okay, so this is my town. And it... Oh dear. We're going to get hit by that straight away. So this is actually one of the reasons why I'm streaming today rather than tomorrow, because I think like, so in case you don't know, tomorrow is the last day that this game is up and running. So like, yeah, this is the last day. So, or tomorrow's the last day, and then on the 25th is shut down. I've heard that 11 p.m. UK time is actually like the proper cutoff for it tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm going to be online anyway, but I was kind of thinking like we were going to get a ton of server issues because actually the last week or two, I've been getting quite a lot of server issues. This is one of those games where it's very fussy. Like if you're just disconnected for just like a few seconds, it will just kick you out. It just won't work at all. And I've actually been getting that over the last week where like I can't go 5 minutes without it disconnecting. So I'm assuming like a ton of people are going to be playing this game tomorrow, and that's just going to like overload the servers even more. Like if they're not holding up this week, I don't really see how they're going to hold up tomorrow when it's like the official last day. So part of the reason why I'm streaming it today is to hopefully, crossing my fingers, have an actual stable version of the game that doesn't disconnect all the time. But not particularly a good start. Although I can see I've got a black line there, so let's fix that real quick. I think that's fixed it. Yep, that's fixed it. Also, I had to go through quite a lot to disable notifications on my phone. Like, do not disturb doesn't do it. So I had to like manually go through and like, please don't show my WhatsApp notifications during my stream. Okay. Erin says, and hello, Erin. To those who are sad, I don't know, I'm sad too. I'm kind of sad. So the reason why I'm streaming it and playing the game, or have been recently, is because I'm doing this ranking every Simpsons game series. And I haven't finished the last paragraph because the beginning of it is just like, I didn't know how I was going to feel when it officially got turned off. And then I stopped writing, and then I'm going to finish that once it actually does stop. So actually, I don't know. It's like, the game's super charming and cool. Like, look at this. It's like the Simpsons house, but it's like the most on-point, perfect depiction of the Simpsons house. Just ignore this. Just ignore all these robots and Carl roaming around. This is totally the game. Don't worry about that. So yeah, it is super charming. And even though in the video, I'm working on that full video at the moment, I am going to say a lot of negative things about it because that's what I do. This game is super charming. Okay, how long has this game been around? It's 12. So it launched, I think it was February 2012. And then it actually like went down in June of that year because it was so busted and broken. And then they like relaunched it in that August. So I guess it depends on when you take it from, but yeah, it was 2012 it officially launched. But I love WhatsApp. Well, I'm sure you do, but I don't want my family being doxxed because they're just like, does anyone want to meet up this weekend? And it just says my family name on there. I'm afraid I'm not going to do that to them, I'm afraid. Even with LS Mark here, I don't think that's right. Okay, so I guess I should take you on a little bit of a tour of my town. So I have to like caveat this. Let's get some money. By saying I very deliberately have not spent all my money in donuts because this game is shutting down soon. They like litter you with tons and tons of stuff. So I wanted to try and get like a pure tapped out experience, like as close as I could have got, even though the game was shutting down. So I haven't gone crazy. This is not me having this like huge, crazy, impressive Springfield. This is me playing it for a few months, trying to do it normally, and then I guess this is what I ended up with. So this is Evergreen Terrace. I think it's very nice. You start with the Simpsons house here, and I just try to group all the lovely little houses together. I think it came out quite well. Got this little end bit here. I think that's quite nice. I was quite happy with that. Although eventually I ran out of room and couldn't build any more houses, so I've had to build like a second estate elsewhere. So I'm really happy with this one, but there's another estate that I guess we'll get to, and that's not quite as nice. I have not quite put in the effort to make that look good. So Cletus's farm, classic. This is kind of like the bum part of the town, I guess, like meant to be a little bit rough. Like this is Cletus's farm. That's a washing machine because I could, I guess. That's the crazy cat lady's house. Yeah, crazy cat house. And then I was just like, put the prison there. Might as well. But then I was like, well, I've got the volcano lair, and it'd be cool to have it by the sea. So I'm going to put it by the sea. But now we've kind of... And I put like Frink's bit here as well. So now it's like a combination of crazy cat lady, Peter's farm, a prison, a volcano lair, and like a science lab. It's I'm not the best at like planning out towns like this, I won't lie, but this is kind of how it came together. I think it's charming. And then here's the donut factory. This is like all the extra stuff, so I just ended up putting it quite close in the middle, because like this middle bit here where the Simpsons house is, that's where you start, so everything kind of like builds out from there, unless you like nuke the town and start again, I suppose. Some more money, might as well. So like I kept a lot of this stuff quite close. Then I just brought up like a little, I don't know what you would call this, retail area, I suppose. Barney's Boulderama. There's Kent. Hello, Kent. And then this came like a dumping ground of buildings that I didn't really know where to go. It was like, okay, well, let's put Android's dungeon and let's put the Java server. Let's put that together. The Jewish Hall of Fame, I didn't really know what to do with that, so it all kind of got dumped together in this place, and towards the end I was like, I don't know where to put the DMV, I don't know, I don't have any plans for that. So that ended up like getting dumped along here as well, and Selma's here. I know the difference. I'm a real fan, I know the difference. Then the SWAT fan got placed here as well, so lots of like stuff getting dumped in one area and just putting concrete down. And then my let's get some money, I guess. My squid port, I ended up giving up on this, and I talk about it a little bit in the video once that's done. I just kind of got really sick of the grind of having to buy I was going to say land, but it's ocean, I guess. Having to buy ocean, and then having to buy panels, and then putting those, like, and then having to buy buildings to put on those panels on the ocean, and then having to build more panels. I didn't really like the Squidport stuff that much, but I got like all the main buildings and put it here, and I was meant to do a little circle. I used to live in Liverpool, and there's like the King's Dock and Albert Dock, I want to say it's called, that has this like not a circle, like a rectangle, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I was going to do the same here, but I just gave up because I was like, I'm kind of bored of this, kind of sick of doing this. Where to next? So I kind of cut off the town here, which I think they want you to like expand downwards like this, because this land is way cheaper than land elsewhere. So it's like they're trying to make you build it in a very specific way, which is something else I'm also going to complain about in the video because I don't like that. Oh no, I don't want to go to Lisa yet. So I ended up like cutting off this side because I wanted to build the other way. The game just doesn't like you doing that. So I guess, yeah, Cosmo built this little, like, I don't know what you call this, like town center park. Like you get this Skyfinger statue very early on. So I was like, well, I guess I need a place for that. So I just built this area, but I didn't really have any ideas for it. There goes Maggie. So I just put some carts and some shrubs because there's some quest where it's like, buy some shrubs, idiot. And I was like, okay, fine. So I just ended up dumping them here. But then I got the river. Now, I actually really like the rivers in this game. And I just wanted to build nothing fancy, just one simple river going along Springfield. So it cuts all the way along. I think it looks quite nice. Quite happy with how that turned out. Right, so this became a bit of a dumping ground as well. The nuclear power plant, because I just didn't really know what to do with it. And then I just ended up being like, well, I've got all this monorail stuff, so this is all the stuff you need to build the monorail, but I don't really want the dump anywhere in particular. So I just put it all here, all in one place. And then Springfield Downs, I've never really used that at all. Although I guess we can take a bet. I don't know if anyone wants to tell me what to bet on, but I don't think I've like ever won on this. Like every single time I give this a go, I lost. So I was just like, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. So I don't know if anyone wants to like give this a go. You'll probably have more luck than me. Your choices are Raised by Wolves, Obedience School Dropout, Jewel Britannia, and Not a Chance. I keep losing this. So it got to the point where I was like, well, I'm losing 2,000 cash every single time. So I'm not going to do this anymore. It's silly. Gambling. Also, dang this. Sorry, I'm not really looking at the chat. My bad. Just got lost in my town. You know how that is. Also, dang, this made me remember they made a pseudo remake of The Simpsons arcade on iOS in 2009, and it's just gone now. Tell me about it. I had to grab some footage of. Well, hold on. Let me put some music on because there we go. Got a bit quiet there. Yeah, I had to grab some footage of the mobile games because I'm trying to do the tapped out video so it works in chronological order. So I ended up needing a load of footage of the mobile games. And what that meant is that I had to play the mobile game so I could actually get some footage of it. And that was a very long evening trying to get that to work. The Itchy and Scratchy Land game just did not want to work at all. I downloaded about 20 different ROMs of that game online. Did I get it working in the end? I must have done. I remember finding like a Portuguese Czech version, and that worked once, but then it didn't work again. The mobile games are a nightmare, but I have managed to capture footage. I have no idea how I will get footage of the iOS version of the Simpsons arcade. I've had to take that off a video online, which I don't really like doing, but I didn't really have a choice. All right, let's go. Not a Chance. Feeling lucky, right? Feeling good. I bet this isn't going to win. It'd be good if it does. Although to be fair, I'm like got enough cash that it doesn't really matter. Like this week, I've mostly been trying to grab footage for the review, so I haven't really been spending that much money. Wait, did Not a Chance just win? Is that what I betted on? All right, here we go. I guess that's a little apology for the game shutting down. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this money. Maybe I'll spend it later in this stream, but all right. Awesome. First time for everything. But yeah, so getting the mobile footage has been a nightmare, so it's not been great. But anyway, back to the tour. So this kind of area is a bit boring, I guess. It's just like the school, but I was like, oh, cat lady, get out of it. But I was like, well, let's build some stuff behind the school. As you can see, Rod. Yeah, it's Rod and Todd. I'm a real fan, I know the difference. So Rod is having a great time on the things, but it's a bit monkey bars, that's the one. But it's a bit depressing. It's like, if I think back to my school had like this giant field behind it, and just you would leave, or like at lunchtime you would go out and just run, or break time, I guess. You would just go and run. That's what you were doing. Maybe you put a game around it, but you were just running. And then you just see this where it's like, oh, there's a rake, and there's some swings, and there's one kid on the monkey bars not using the monkey bars properly. So it was a bit of fun. A bit depressing, but I'm not gonna, like, space is valuable. The kids don't deserve it. They want more space, they should work for it. Right, so then we got Church and Moe's, because I had to, right? If you're gonna build a Springfield, there's that one joke. I think it's in Bart's, is it in Bart's comment? Is that it? There's that one joke in that one episode where the church and Moe's is next to each other, and they run, you know, the people in Moe's go to the church, the people in the church go to Moe's, so I had to put them together. There was just no argument about that. Although they get a nice little pond, then I thought it'd be funny to put Edna's apartment behind it, just because that place seems very depressing. So the idea of it being behind a bar I thought was quite funny. I bet you 20 years later there will be a bunch of ROMs or remakes because nostalgia. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the subreddit for Tapped Out. Most of that was people just saying goodbye, I'm sad that it's gone. But also there's people sharing the link saying, hey, you can back up your save. Like, if you've had your town for like 12 years, back up your save. And as far as I can tell, there isn't a fix for it yet. Like, there isn't a private server yet, but people are actively working on it. So eventually there will be something like that. We turn down the music a little bit. Maybe a little bit more? Yeah. But eventually there will be something like that, probably. So I know a ton of people have like backed up their towns just in case that happens. I'm probably not going to back up my town just because I haven't been playing it for that long. You know, if I'd been playing it for 10 years, then I absolutely would back up my town, but I don't think it's worth it, really. Righto, so, okay, so if Moe's is going to be next to the church... Wait, hold on. Wasn't that joke from the movie, not the show? Oh, you might be right, actually. Been too long since I've seen the Simpsons movie. I quite like it. You know, it could be better, but I quite like it. I need to watch that again. Right, so if Moe's is going to be next to the church, then I needed King Toots next to Moe's because of Lisa's pony. Like, I haven't done it quite right because there's a road between Moe's and King Toots, which is like not true in the show because it's literally next door. But this is close enough for me. I was just trying to make it work, add in some more road, so I ended up, it's close enough, I suppose. Fake fan, no, yeah, you caught me, right? I knew this day would come. I know I would get exposed. I don't really like The Simpsons. I've been caught. Right, so then we've got, this is where like I lost my passion for designing the town. Where like I had all these different areas and I was grouping stuff. I wasn't doing an amazing job, but you could kind of see there's like a logic to it a little bit. Or at least I was trying to figure it out. But then I just got on this, like, when I was unlocking stuff, it just became so, I don't know, it's just like unlock a thing, buy a place, or buy some land to put it down, and you just, I don't know, I just kind of lost that desire to properly plan stuff out, I suppose. So we've got this factory, which is to do with the Maggie quest, which actually wraps up the game at the end. It's a bit weird. And then this, what is this one? I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is the doctor's family practice. I don't remember it looking like that in the show. It's odd. And then we have this school for tots. Like, I guess this is part of the reason why I stopped caring so much about designing every little thing, because like, what are we talking about here? And then we've got the wall. I just needed a place to put the wall. So that's the police wall from, I think, the Springfield connection, I want to say, where Marge can't get over it. But you need to place it in your town because there's some quest lines where people need to use that wall. And I was just like, well, where am I going to put a police? Like, where am I going to put this? Like, it's just a door in a wall. So I just put it there. So this kind of became a bit of a dumping ground.
Gotta run.
The burn stuff is here. I need a place for that. There's this tree quest line that I was a little bit confused by. I don't, I'll be honest, I didn't look into this quest a ton because it's like, oh cool, I get to grow a tree. I guess they ran out of ideas at some point, I don't know. Then the Buddhist temple, and then post office, then retirement castle, and then which one's this? Oh, that's the police station. Maybe I should have put the wall there. You know what? I can put the wall there. I don't have to say maybe. I can do that. That's the beauty of this game. There we go. Done. Wait, no. It's a bit too close to the oil. Put you there. Does that look okay? I don't really like that it blends into the roof a bit too much of the retirement castle, but that's fine. I think I can live with that. And then around here, I think it's a little bit more interesting. So I wanted a little park area. So I wanted the river to flow through here. And then I was like, let's just have a nice space. Like some trees, some flowers. Again, the game keeps telling you you need to buy more trees. So I was like, fine, I'll buy more trees. It's okay. So I just had the river flow through here and then just a little bridge to go to these places. And then here's the library. I'm actually quite happy with this area. I think it looks quite nice. Although it ended up getting blocked by this bad boy, the monorail. Do you want to see the most depressing thing? Here we go. Let's take a ride on my monorail. Here we go. Get excited, everyone. There it goes. There's Bumblebee Man. Take some pictures. And he goes round the corner. And then I ran out of... Then I ran out. I ran out. And I don't like the monorail quest that much. It's like, I just find it really tedious in a way that I just don't like. So I guess I could try and get the very last pieces I need. But one of the problems with the monorail quest as well is that so you have to get your characters to get trash and garbage, and then it takes an hour and then 2 hours, 3 hours to convert that into different things. And then you have to do that enough times to then buy some blueprints. Then after you have enough blueprints, it then gives you random pieces, right? So you can't even buy the pieces. It's not even okay, I need 2 more straight parts of this in order to make it work so it connects. It's no, you have to do all this grinding to then maybe get a chance at getting the pieces you want. So I have a load of extra curvy bits, but I don't quite have the ones that I want. So I could have done it, but again, I decided to focus on other parts of my town and have my characters to do other things. If I had played this game for a really long time, if I'd been playing this game for years, then I would have totally done it. But in terms of a day-to-day thing, I was just well, I could have my characters do this or just do more quests and stuff. So I just decided to do that. So close, yet so far. It was a nice idea, but I didn't quite get that done. So that goes round here. That's the town hall. Here's Mole Man. He goes. And then down here is Krusty Land, which is still a little bit of a work in progress. As in, I just dumped the entrance, put all the Krusty Land floor on the ground, and then just have somewhat tried to arrange these buildings. But it's kind of a bit messy, I suppose. But I think it's looking okay. I think it's not looking too bad. The problem I have with this Krusty Land quest is that every building just takes forever. So yeah, this one, this is a day and a half to finish. And I know I could have technically used donuts, but again, I'm trying to have the actual tapped out experience. And unless you're really rich, you just got to wait for this stuff. Oh, here we go. I can have Homer clear that up. Something I did yesterday was expand out the park a little bit more. Because I didn't know exactly how much I was going to build this park out. I was like, well, I just need enough room for stuff. I wasn't going to properly organize it really. So I just wanted to go for that vibe of like, you can just run around and you can find some stuff. I'll just be playing hit and run in the Simpsons game. Well, yeah, at least there's that, right? But it is kind of crazy that one of the biggest Simpsons games tapped out and something that's gone on for so long is just about to disappear. That's always kind of a bit depressing, to be honest. And I was thinking that when I was trying to get the other mobile games to work, when I was trying to find a way to play Itchy and Scratchy Land for iOS, no, not Itchy, sorry, The Simpsons Arcade for iOS that came out in 2009, I was like, I just don't think there's a decent way of doing this. And if I'm right about that, it just means like you can't play it. It's done. It's done. You just can't play it. That video game is over. You know, people talk about like, you know, games not being ported, you know, moaning at Nintendo saying, why aren't you porting this? Why aren't you porting that? And that's all fair. But it never has got to the point, you know, if I want to play an old Nintendo game, it's more about a price issue, right? I can buy an old console and buy the games if I really, really wanted to. You know, that stuff is still out there. But this is just like, no, I as far as I know, there is no good way to play The Simpsons Arcade for iOS. And until, you know, some very talented people and very passionate people can figure out how to get Tapped Out running again, this is literally gone forever. Like, it's a very different thing. And it's crazy when you hit that where it's like, I want to play this game. And then you're like, oh, I just can't. And that's really depressing. Bad Krusty Land. Yeah, I know. I just didn't. I didn't play this quest for a long time. So I'm actually just missing a ton of the stuff. And then I ended up just putting it in this big area, which I think is okay. I think it works. It's just kind of missing some stuff. Let's have Hand Mold Man. There we go. He can help out. Get him going. All right. Let's pop some balloons while we're here. We go blue, blue, blue. Okay. All right. It's fine. Okay. I don't think I've got too much of the town to show off. Again, I just kind of like extended it at this point. I was just kind of extending this out, and then this was becoming a little bit of a dumping zone. I've got the hospital here, which I put a little bit more effort into, where I can just put all the car park stuff in there. Not the most elegant, but I was like, it makes sense that a hospital would have a car park. But then I went through this nightmare with the hospital because like it's on a green. But it's like, well, I want to surround it with concrete, but it's green. Then they add a road here, but the road that they add to drive to the front doesn't line up with the roads in the game itself. So it just kind of looks bad. So maybe I should have looked up more ideas about how you could do this, but it seems really weird to me that they would have, Cookie, get out of here. This ain't the west side. This is east side. Yeah, that's right. It's just really weird to me that like, they didn't line this up. Like, it's correct to the show. I think the hospital looks really good, but it's like, well, this doesn't line up, which is really strange. So I did put some effort to try and make this look like an actual hospital area. You know, whenever I have to go and pop to the hospital, you have all the parking, but it's like, it's odd. It's really odd. It occurs to me that this might be one of the last, if not the last live stream anyone will ever do on this game before it shuts down. Well, you might be right. And hey, XJ, good to see you. Yeah, I think, well, tomorrow's the last day. And I mentioned this before, but the reason why I'm streaming today is to try and avoid server issues and everyone just like overloading the servers, because at the very beginning of the stream, the server, like, I disconnected. And so far, touch wood, there hasn't been any more disconnects, but we'll just have to see. Did my music stop playing? What's going on? I didn't tell you to stop. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I think a load of people will be streaming tomorrow, and the time I've heard is 11 p.m. UK time. Again, I'm not sure if that's official. I think that's going by when stuff shuts down. Is it in taps? Where do I want to go? I think I want to go to... No, is that the store? Hold on. Taps. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so I think this is it. So it says that these are running for a limited time. 1 day, 2 hours and 24 minutes. Which would be... Yeah, so 9 o'clock. Yeah, so that would make it end at 11 p.m. So I think people are saying 11 p.m. is the end because this is when all the store ends. So I guess it would kind of make sense, but You never know. Again, the servers have been a bit shaky recently. Hey, Dr. Pompidou. Thanks for the follow on Blue Sky, by the way. I haven't followed you back yet, but I will. I'll get to that after this. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, so this is kind of like... This was my second area for houses. Residential area. That's what I'm trying to look for. So we've got this like fancy mansion with Mr. Burns. I was trying to make it look good, but I don't think I quite nailed it. But I like the fountain. I was like, I want the fountain and I want some nice walls. So that's what I did. But then I was like, well, how do I make this look fancier? And I was like, green trees. That was all I had. So Mr. Burns got a little bit of extra love. And then I put some of the more expensive buildings over here. Again, I never really quite found out a good way of presenting these. I did want to go and take the time and like build some more walls around here. I guess maybe I could do that in a bit once I finish the tour, but yeah. The head got put here though. That's pretty cool. I think it's looking quite swish. Yeah, then I think this is the Wiggum house, and then this is just a white house. No, that's the Wiggum house, and this is Skinner's house. That's the one. And then Patty and Selma's apartments are here as well. So a little mini residential area. A little bit more mixed though. Where it's like really nice houses and then where Patty and Selma lives. I think that's it for the main part of my town. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere I've missed. Yeah, I kind of didn't finish this bit, to be honest with you. With the high school. My plan was to flesh this area out a little bit, but then I was like, well, what do you have in front of a high school? I didn't really want to put like a jungle gym or like monkey bars or swings and stuff. I feel like that's not really high school, but then what do you have? Like fences? You just get chained in at high school, don't you? That's all that happened. So it ended up just being like an open area instead. Because I just couldn't figure out what to do. Right, so I think all that leaves is up here. So this is my Springfield Heights. I spent a lot of time doing Springfield Heights. It's a little messy. I was kind of a lot more focused on like grinding it out to get as much as I could in the time that I had left. So it's a little bit cramped, but I quite like Springfield Heights. I actually thought this was really fun. Like the last month or so, I spent most of my time in the game doing this stuff. And it's because you can just like keep playing. Like with the rest of the game, unless you're specifically designing your town, you just kind of like, it's just better to like set your characters for decently high times. Like set them for at least an hour or a few hours so you can come back and get a ton of stuff. But with Springfield Heights, it was like, if I wanted to keep playing and keep grinding stuff, grinding resources, like I could. So that was really cool. I actually ended up really liking this area. My main problem with it, and at this point I'm just spoiling the actual full video, but my main problem with it is that it's not really very like Simpson-y. Like I'm sure some of this stuff comes from the show, but like when you actually look at it, like if we go down here, main Springfield, right, Simpsons house, classic, Quickie Mart, Crazy Cat Lady house, sure, prison, volcano lair. You've got like all these recognizable buildings, and then you just go over to here and you've got a furniture shop and a condo and like a coffee shop and another condo. Well, that's my fault for building too many condos, but still, like it's just a little bit lame. I wish there was a little bit more like Simpsons stuff here to make it feel more like actual Springfield. I'm assuming you can get stuff like the Gold Mansion at a certain point, but I don't really know. Oh, sorry, Dr. Pompidou, I missed your second comment. I played Tapped Out casually since about 2015, and in December accidentally deleted the app. Well, I think that's fine, isn't it, right? Like, because when I first logged in, I logged into my EA account or whatever account I had, and that actually still had my original account from like, 2013 or whenever I would have stopped playing. So initially I was like playing my old original town, and I was able to continue from that point, and that was really cool. But yeah, so like that stuff all got stored. Like my town had been stored for like 10 years, and I was able to log back in and like bring it back. So You know, it should still be there. Right, I guess that's my town. Can I do any more of this? I think I did, everyone. So close to getting Marge for this. So close. This is really where I got invested in the game for the last month or so. I won't lie. What are those guys doing? Ah, but it's gone from the... Yeah, it's gone from the App Store now. But if you had grabbed it, I think that would have totally worked. But yeah, like, if you wanted to do that now, then yeah, I'm afraid you're a little bit out of luck. Which I guess is another thing that the modders will have to figure out. Like, they'll have to grab that game and get the APK. I think that's the format that it comes in. And do it that way. So I guess people can even access it. So for me, I probably won't delete the app just because I don't really need to. I do have enough space on my phone that I can just leave it sitting there. Just in case something happens, but yeah. Alright, well, let's go and see a nice town, shall we? So this is a little bit of a depressing moment. I actually didn't end up getting any friends on this account. So I actually didn't really progress that far at all in the friendship level. Because it was just little old me looking at the AI's town. So I guess I'll do this real quick. And I really like the idea of this town. But it also makes me sad because it's like, that's way better than my town. That's way better than my town. It seems way more thought out. It seems way better placed together. You know, you've got all these trees. You've got all this stuff in here. It's way bigger. It's way nicer. Makes me a little bit sad whenever I go here. So look at this. The General Hospital. Even they didn't have a solution for this. Even they just like whacked it down. And you can see there's like, it just doesn't connect up to the road. It doesn't matter that much. Where's that Stampy? That's Stampy. I think that's Stampy. That's awesome. So that's the thing. So yeah, I am working hard on the ranking every Simpsons game video for this. It's taking a bit longer than expected, but you know, that's the way it goes. But part in the video is that I've just had to say, like, I cannot cover this game, like in full anyway. It's like, there is so much to this where it's like, I don't know, I'll be interested to see if there is like a proper breakdown of all the content on YouTube, or if that ever happens, where someone actually goes through bit by bit every single update for the Simpsons Tapped Out and explains what it is. I wonder if that will ever happen. But there's just so much of it that I couldn't really do that for my video, because it would just be me listing stuff. And it's like, and then they added Moe's, and then they added this, and then they added this, and this was an event that was pretty cool, and then they added this. So it would just be that. So it kind of didn't make sense to do, but it means that it's like, there's just a ton of stuff that I haven't seen. So for the second half of this stream, I actually want to go a bit crazy and start using all my donuts and money just to try and buy some really cool stuff that I just haven't seen yet. It doesn't matter now, right? Like, I don't have to play the game normally now because it's going to go away in like 24 hours, which is a bit sad. I do wonder if EA or anyone else will make any new Simpsons games after this shutdown. So, well, here's a question I wanted to ask to you guys actually, right? Because I keep seeing these comments online where it's people saying like it's a licensing issue, where people are saying the reason why Tapped Out is going away is because EA only have the license up to October or January or whatever it is. So it was actually that licensing issue, and EA didn't want to pony up or pay or whatever it is, whatever contract dispute was going on there. You know, they didn't get that sorted. EA didn't extend the license, so they have to get rid of it. You know, in the same way that like any licensed games at a certain point, they can't sell them on digital stores because they only license that license. Keep saying license a lot, but they only license that property for X amount of years, and then once that goes, then that's it. They have to take it down. Like Lego Lord of the Rings was like that, I think. That was quite a famous one. So I keep seeing comments online that people are saying this is what's going on, but I have not seen any proof. Like, I have not seen any proof that that is actually the case and that is actually true, and that's, you know, that is what happened. Like, I've not seen any proof of it, right? So to me, it totally makes sense that that there is some sort of licensing thing going on there. You know, if EA aren't holding on to the license, then they wouldn't be able to keep supporting Tapped Out. And I guess if they're not able to support it or sell it, then why would they keep the service going? That it's not great. I don't like it, but it kind of makes sense. But yeah, again, I've just not seen any proof. It just feels like one of those things where it's like, it kind of makes sense that would be true. So people are saying it, but I've not seen any proof that that's the case. So I'll be really interested to see if that comes up. Because if that is the case, then that means the license expires from EA next year. And then that means like someone could go and sign up for it. Like someone could go out there and sign up for the Simpsons license and just make a game. Like it's not just going to be EA holding on to the license, supporting Tapped Out. There's a very real possibility that somebody else goes and gets it. And I guess if we want to go all conspiracy theory here, whoever owns the rights to hit and run can go. I think that's Activision, I want to say. I'm not too sure. It gets a bit confusing and weird. But somebody could do that, right? It's possible. So I guess we'll have to see. But it definitely opens the door. And it'd be really interesting if in like a few months' time, there's some sort of announcement that this publisher and developer is working on a Simpsons game. Not Tapped Out, but something brand new, or maybe it does end up being an older one. You know, there's definitely real interest in that. It's going to be really interesting to see. Or I guess the reality will be like, no one does that. It's not true at all. There is no Simpsons games. It's over. Don't worry about it. Simpsons cancelled. Move on. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, there's a sub-wiki on the Wiki Simpsons. Yeah, I read through that. Actually, I read through some of that. It was a really good resource. There's actually 2 wikis for it. But again, I'm wondering if that ever translates to YouTube. So I use that wiki to like double check stuff. See what I was, you know, just see what, double check some info and get a little bit more information about the game. But in terms of like actually putting that into a YouTube video, it's like just not feasible because you are literally reading a wiki at that point. I mean, you may as well spend the currency. The game's going to die. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to spend a load of currency in a second once I catch up with chat. I mean, it could be a licensing issue. I haven't looked into it. Yeah, it's not like a super common thing, but I've seen it multiple times. It would make sense, but you would think EA or someone would announce like, yeah, we're shutting it down because of the license. Like when FIFA stopped being FIFA and became EA Sports FC, that was everywhere. But for this one, it's just, no. It's weird. The Simpsons will probably go to Fortnite, yeah. Now, I guess that's the worst timeline, isn't it? The worst timeline isn't we get no new Simpsons games. The worst timeline is it goes to Fortnite. I mean, I'll play it. I would totally play. I would boot up Fortnite and try out The Simpsons. I was looking at this the other day because, just speaking of lost video games, at some point I'm going to get myself a copy of Lego Dimensions. But I also saw that around that time, there was a Minecraft pack for The Simpsons, which I had completely forgotten about. And then I just looked it up and I just saw these like Minecraft models of Simpsons characters and I was like, what the? Oh yeah, I guess they did do that, didn't they? But that just went down after like 2 years, I think it was. They did that pack, you could play it for 2 years and then it's gone. It's gone forever. And I couldn't find a way to play it, so at some point I would have really liked to have played that Simpsons mod. And I'm still going to look into it, see if anyone's like restored that Simpsons content into Minecraft so people can actually still play it and see what it was. At some point I'm gonna have to like dive into that, but as it currently stands, like, yeah, I booted it up and just like, you just can't play it. Like you can still technically see it on the Xbox store if you know where to look, but you can't, it's not accessible. Yeah, I know, I had the same thing here and I was like, oh cool, I should check that out. Oh good, it's not possible anymore. Yeah, it was only there for like 2 years. Really weird. Good evening, Lucas. Welcome. You missed the town tour, but I think now's a good time to just go a bit crazy, right? Okay, let's do it. So I have 854 donuts. which is probably not as much as other people have. Like, I'm sure people have way more than me, but I'm happy with my nice little donut pile. We should be able to buy a few cool things. Now, where do I want to go? What's in the vault? Okay, so we've got Camp Krusty. Oh, I'm tempted by that. I'm tempted by Camp Krusty. Boardwalk Fountain. That's kind of cool. Police car. No, not fitting the police car, I don't think. And then the Springfield sign. Well, I quite like the look of the Springfield sign, but I don't really know where I would put it. I guess I could put it over here? That might not be a bad idea. Let's do that. So I'm going to do... Oh, I only have 2 land things left. Oh, I didn't know that. Here we go. That's 2. That's 2 disconnects. I should have got a timer. Well, not a timer, but I should have got a counter set up for the server disconnects, because we've had 2 so far. I was hoping we wouldn't get too many, but... I mean, this might just be a me thing, right? It might just be a me thing. That it disconnects like this, but I wouldn't be shocked if this is just like, yeah, it's at the end, there are people there maintaining those servers, but it's just one guy just doing his best. They end up probably not spending a lot of money on that. But yeah, again, I just keep getting these disconnects. Luckily, it's not too big of a deal. Like, every time it kicks you from the server, I found you can just like click on it again and boot it up and it will just work, but even so, it's a little bit annoying. Okay. I do wonder if it's like specific actions that cause it as well. I feel like it might be. Okay, so I don't have a ton of money to buy land expansion, so I think I'm going to skip the Springfield sign, but I do want to get Camp Bart, so let's go ahead and do that. If the music's too loud, by the way, just give us a shout. It did look like it was a little bit too loud, so I turned it down about 20 minutes ago, but if it is a bit loud, just let me know. Okay, Camp Krusty. That can go over here. Very nice. There are 50 donuts back.
Heads up, Kevin! What's his name?
So this is something I always found a little bit odd about this game, where it's like the artwork, it's not bad. In fact, it's actually quite good, but you can just tell it's not official. Like, just sometimes when you look at the artwork, it's like, it's just a little bit off. Not massively off, but there's just something about it where you're just like, I don't think an official animator drew that. And this Camp Bar is pretty good. Again, really good. It's like 99% correct. It just feels a little off. I wonder if I can actually show that off a bit. Where's Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns has a good animation to show what I mean. And I actually need to get footage of this for my video on this game. Where is he? I think he's here. I know you're here, Mr. Burns. There he is. So Mr. Burns, there he goes. Looks pretty nice, right? Pretty nice looking dude for his age. But then you go to hide nuclear waste, and then he just does this weird thing with his face. Where it just doesn't look... No, don't go behind the building. There he goes. Like, his face is just with his eyes. It just looks like a little bit off. Where it was like, the game is... It's almost like the game is too close to the show. Right? Like, it's so close to the look of the show, where every little thing that isn't quite right just really kind of stands out. It's like that uncanny valley sort of thing, right? Where it's like, once you get so close to be able to render a realistic looking human, every little imperfection that's not quite right starts to stand out more. And I get that with just some of these animations, but again, it looks really good. Like, if I zoom out, it's Springfield. That's the Simpsons. That's Mr. Burns. He's got the hands, got the suit. That's the guy. It's just, you zoom in and it's like, his eyes. I think it's the eyes. But again, this game still looks really good. It's just, you notice those things from time to time. Is there a quest line for Camp Krusty? Oh, there is. Okay, here we go. I don't want to do the voices. I can't really do the voices. My throat's a bit sore, so I'm just not gonna... I'm not gonna do this, I'm afraid. Although we've got the Bart's Nightmare music playing, so that's pretty on theme. Well, I'm actually gonna have some water. I didn't realize it's almost streaming an hour. Didn't realize that. If I'm not gonna read this, I'm just gonna go through. Okay. Camp Bar Part 1. Make no, I don't want to. Want to do any of this. How long is that going to take? Here we go. How long is that going to take? 24 hours? The game will be done. The game will be over. I can't do that. Can't do that to poor Bart. Let's make him just do a takeover. There we go. Off he goes. Off he goes. Got a long journey, Camp Bart. But he's going to get there. He's gonna get there. Some of these costumes are really cool. Like, where's Homer? Where is he? Where did I put Homer? Let's go and find him. I only bought one costume before today, and you might be able to guess what costume I would have bought.
Almost, I'm on my way.
But it had to be Donut Homer. Had to be Donut Homer. Like, as soon as I saw that costume, I was like, yes, I need that costume. The quest line for Donut Homer is only just okay, but it just looks amazing. It's just so awesome to see. Oh, damn, you missed my comment. Oh, my bad, Sauce. It's probably the license has expired. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that would make sense. Again, I just haven't seen the evidence. I'm just waiting for someone to confirm that, because I feel like that should be something people should confirm, like that it's a licensing thing. I don't see why EA wouldn't say that. Why wouldn't EA say that, saying we want to support the game more, we weren't able to extend the license, and there you go. Like, why wouldn't they say that? I don't get it. Yeah, the artwork was probably made by EA, not the Simpsons animation team. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the team is definitely heavily involved. There's a video online from 2019, E3 2019, where they have like 6 of the people from the Simpsons creative team talking about Tapped Out and promoting a new Tapped Out thing. So they were very much involved until the end. But in terms of like, are they approving every single minor animation? No. Why would you? They're busy. They're just writing some jokes and having some fun with the game. I'm almost done with lunch break, but we'll be back to watch your next video. Got 3 minutes left. Well, thank you very much for tuning in anyway. Yeah, I don't know when the next video is going to be. Just because it's turning into a bit of a big one again. At the moment, it's currently tracking to be an hour and 20 minutes, the Tapped Out video. So I was really hoping to get it done next week.
Oh, but I'm so
Let's tap on him so we follow him. I was really hoping to get it done next week, but it's just, there's so much left to do. I haven't fully done the VO. I've only just done a good chunk of the intro, which always takes ages because there's so much more editing. So I was really hoping to get it done next week after the game shut down, but it's probably going to be the week after. But it's happening. It's just turned into a much longer video than originally planned. But I think it's good. I hope. But thank you for tuning in anyway. Right, maybe I can get some more costumes for Homer. I feel like Homer has the best costumes. I wonder if I can actually... Oh, no, I clicked the wrong button. Didn't mean to do that. And this is kind of actually one of the problems with Tapped Out as well, is that in terms of like finding content, it's actually pretty bad about doing that. Like actually searching through all the content that you have. Like, they've been supporting this game for like 12 years. But in terms of actually getting new stuff, it's just not great. You have the store that's featured, and yeah, they do break it down, but I just wish it was a little bit better. Like, I just wish you could just type the name of the thing you're looking for. Or it's like, if I want to search for Homer costumes, I don't think you can. Like, I genuinely don't think you can search for Homer costumes. Okay, is there any requests for characters? I have quite a few characters already, but if there is any characters that you would like me to buy, then just let me know. Any of your favorites, I might already have them, I might not. I'm open to finding these characters and getting them in the town. So if you have any requests, you let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna... Oh, these are the base ones, aren't they? Yeah, so these are the base ones. So where's Tapped? Oh, the talking Krusty doll. Oh, should I get that? Oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The Raven. I think I want the Raven's only 30 donuts. I feel like I should get the Raven. Let's get the Raven. Get him in the town. So gently I came tapping at your chamber door. Can't really do the Bart laugh. Is this just like a normal character? Can he actually do stuff? Oh no. Yeah, like some of the characters are like this. They're just like Maggie, you can tell to do stuff. But Bart the Raven, no, he just does his own thing. He pecks, he hops, I guess. Doesn't really make any sound though. Like I was really hoping like when I tapped on him, he would go like nevermore or something, but he just flies. So whenever I tap on him, that's causing him to fly, I think. But yeah, why doesn't he say nevermore? Bit weird. Oh, Krusty is another character where it looks off. Like, you know how like there's the whole thing about Krusty looking like Homer and stuff like that, right? Which is true, but also Krusty and Homer has different designs. They don't look exactly the same. There's very like specific things about their design which are different, but this Krusty just doesn't look like Krusty. It looks like Homer, that they've just recolored to be Krusty. Like Krusty doesn't... Again, I don't really remember the details off the top of my head to be able to like specifically say why this looks wrong, but Krusty looks like Homer, not Krusty. It's a little bit... Again, you zoom out. Oh, it's Krusty in my town next to my putt-putt. No, not the car, so putt's a lot, but getting a little bit off. All right, back to the store. Oh, talking Krusty doll is good. That is good, though. Makes me laugh how it goes from just like really awesome, recognizable characters, and then you just have like this weird Homer and stuff. That's the thing I actually found quite interesting about this game as I was going through it. They created a lot of like brand new content. Unless it's like in the newer episodes and I've just completely missed it, but as you kind of go through all this previous content, a ton of it is just brand new stuff. Like it's just brand new. Simpsons file Mr. Burns. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, where's that gonna be? Oh, I want it. Oh, I want that now. Let me try and... I might have to Google it. Simpsons... Oh, pardon me. Simpsons Tapped Out Wiki. Here we go. I just need to know which menu it's in. Because in case you don't know, for all the like end content, they've put it into like these 3 buckets. But you just have to scroll through them all to try and find what you need. So I could end up scrolling through like all 5 of them just to find this one costume. Here we go. Regular. Where are the costumes? UBO, I guess it is. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I don't like that. I guess I'm going to buy it, but that's really creepy. Oh, that is good though. Hold on. Is it going to tell me which taps it's in? No? Okay, I'm just doing a quick Google. UBO taps. Is it really not going to tell me? Okay, I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I can't seem to find online what's in each tap. No, that's what I... Alright. Bear with me. Taps part 1 tapped out. Here we go. I think this will tell me. Taps part 1. No, that's the quest line. No, I don't want to buy stocks. Bloody ads. That is one thing that's cool about the wiki. They do keep like all of the dialogue. So there's like a ton of like every single dialogue and quest in the game is on the wiki, which is actually really cool, really useful. Is it seriously not going to tell me? I thought somebody would have. All right, I'll just scroll through. We'll see if we can find it. I definitely would like that costume though, and it looks really creepy just looking on it online. I just don't know how I'm going to find it. We'll keep going through. Okay. Christmas houses. No, that was like a month ago. Missed out on that one, I suppose. Oh, look at... Yeah, again, it's all like, this is cool, but it's just like, do you want to buy the same house, just a little Christmassy? And I'm like, kind of, but they're a little lame at the same time. Like, look at this, all of this. Or we could get a reindeer, I suppose. Burns limo. Butterfly tent. No. The I choose you train. 2.25% bonus money and XP to all jobs. What? I'm guessing that's talking about just... Can you send this train on jobs? Is this a train with a career? What do we do? Let's buy this creepy train. Oh, no, there we go. That's free. Again, I think this is what a lot of people are going to be experiencing tomorrow as everyone's trying to like play this game for the last time. But even though this is like a day before the shutdown and there's still 24 hours left, yeah, I've been playing this game for an hour and it's done that 3 times. It's a little rough, but it's also just a little rough, like the way this game is designed or how it's set up, where like so I record my phone screen to get footage for the video, for the Ranking Every Simpsons Game video, but whenever I bring up Simpsons Tapped Out, I then bring up the recording software, I hit record, but by hitting record it like disconnects me from the server somehow. Then it has to like reload itself every time. It's really silly. Right, where's my train? Where is it? Where did I put it? Actually, don't remember where did I put it? Oh, I probably need to keep speaking into the mic, but okay. The train doesn't move, unfortunately. Oh, that's... No, okay, alright. Well, I'm not rebuying that then. I want my monkey man. I've had that quote stuck in my head for like the last week. Where, you know, at the end of Bart Friends Falls in Love, where it's like... Edna's like, does anyone have any other questions? Yes, Bart. It's like, how would I go about creating some sort of human-monkey hybrid? I'm sorry, Bart, that would be playing God. Godsmod, I want my monkey man. Now I just keep doing that to myself. Or like in my head, I say it every single time. When it's like whenever I want something, it's like, no, Godsmod, I want my monkey man. So I ran out of like ketchup or something. Oh, I should be in the inventory. Well, I guess I should be kind and place it down, shouldn't I? No. The purchase might just not have gone through. That's what I'm thinking. Or I did place it down and I've just lost it, but I don't mind. I didn't really like the look of that train anyway. Just wanted to see if it was like going to do anything interesting. See, it'd be really nice if I could sort this by characters, because it's like the buildings are really cool, but I want Gorgeous Grandpa. That's... You know everyone, the famous Simpsons character? Gorgeous Grandpa? Fruit Batman. I guess that's kind of funny. Bare Chest Willie? That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to skip it for now, though. Oh, we got the snakes. That's pretty good. For Whacking Day. Rich Texan? No, not really feeling that. Oh, is this... Oh, we got to get this. We got to get the diner. I'm getting the diner. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Got to get the diner. Rex Banner, isn't it? Rex Banner's awesome.
Heads up! So that's where buildings what's his name?
The name's Rex Banner, and I'm here to tell Springfield not on my watch. I always found him such a weird one-off character as a kid. He felt really out of place. Like, I don't think I liked Rex Banner when I was younger watching the show. And I think it's because I didn't really get it. Like, I didn't really get what it was parodying. He just seemed a little bit off. But now as I'm older and, like, can appreciate that episode more, I really like Rex Banner. See what Rex is up to. Citizens of Springfield, fear not. No longer will airborne displays of fireworks-related Technicolor splendor haunt your night. What? Rex, no! Are you against fireworks? Oh, I guess it's against fireworks now. Apologies for skipping the text, I just don't want to actually read it. Oh, Flanders is busy, isn't he? Okay, well you can't interrogate Ned, I'm afraid. God, is the night hall... Is that the diner where they're like drinking coffee and then Barney goes up to the window? Oh, the attention to detail is awesome in this game. It's really insane. All right, All American Arpoo, that's pretty good. I kind of want... I just want classic stuff, like Duff Barney Blimp, that's pretty cool, but I just don't recognize it as a thing from the show. I want the things from the show that I know and I like, and that's what I want to get. Maybe not that. Oh, Burns' Coffin. Oh, mod. Oh, I've got to... Oh, King Snorky! Oh, man. Oh, things just got good. The Treehouse of Horror content is on point. They got mod. They got Booberella. They got them all. Right, let's get mod.
Hey, it's what's-her-face.
Right, who's Edna Krabappel? Well, that's... Don't know about that. We gotta have... Like, if the game's going to shut down, we need mod haunting the town one last time. She can actually do stuff as well. Wander the halls. Teach children there's no heaven. Alright. Play in the ceiling fan. Attend church. Haunt Springfield. Alright, well you can do some wandering of the halls. Oh, that's a little dark. I don't know. I guess it's fine. We got Donut Homer. It's all good. Right. Let's go back to it. King Snorky. Oh, I really want King Snorky. Well, I'm going to buy King Snorky. Let's do it.
I know him.
God, that Treehouse of Horror, that's an all-timer. Like, it's one of those where I feel like the dolphin stuff at this point has been a little bit overplayed. Like, that Treehouse of Horror has just been done quite a lot, like in the Simpsons game, and dolphins I feel like get referenced a decent amount, but actually going back and watching that Treehouse of Horror, it's really good. Like, the Treehouse of Horrors really did stay quite good for a while after the show started going downhill. I think the Treehouse of Horror started getting bad around, like, season 18, from what I remember. But, like, the show started getting bad, or, like, really bad, I guess, like, season 14, something like that. That's all up for debate, but again, that's how I kind of remember it. But King Snorky is awesome. Look at this guy. Yeah! Oh, that's so good. I love this game. I want to play it forever. I'm sure it will never shut down. I wonder if that voice clip is from the show. I can't quite recognize it, but I like it. Oh, my music keeper keeps turning off. Let's play you. Okay, oh, Snorky's gone. Oh, we got Snorky and the Raven. Oh, the Treehouse of Horror stuff is so good in this game. It's so cool. I like it a lot. Oh, I think there's a massive delay between the stream. Like, between me and the stream. There's like a 20-second delay. That's really strange. I don't know how that happened, but hopefully it's all okay for you guys. But yeah, it just looks like somehow there's like this big drop-off. You guys haven't even seen Snorky yet from where I am. Really strange. Okay, new. The Frog Prince. That's a pretty funny joke, but I don't think I'm going to go that way. No, I don't want any zombies. I'm assuming they've got zombie Shakespeare in the game. It's just part of a different bundle. No, I'm not fussed about these made-up buildings. Not fussed. Not fussed about a wall. Thanksgiving. I guess a Stampy balloon would be pretty cool, but I'd rather actually get Stampy. God, again, they just... Oh, Plow King. No, there's a costume. I don't want Plow King. Ebenezer Burns, that's pretty good. God, just thinking about this, I'm just looking at so much content, right? Like, imagine if you actually, like, actually did this legit. If you actually spent the money buying a lot of this stuff. Like, I know some of this you can unlock some donuts for free, and I'm sure some of this content you were able to get somehow by playing the actual event. Like, I'm sure it's not as bad as it's presented, but... Wait, is it? No, it doesn't tell you. Okay. I was going to see... yeah, I forgot they you can't buy donuts anymore, but they were kind of expensive. Like, if you actually wanted to keep up with the content, it was kind of one of these things that you just kind of couldn't. Like, Fortnite is the same. Like, this model has now been applied to, like, all of these big AAA games, these forever games, gas games, whatever you want to call them. Like, this has all been applied to that. And I think it's something I've written in the script as well, where it's kind of like, I don't think I've said this specifically, but if we want to talk about the war on bad monetization in video games, we lost. We totally lost. Like, gamers won the battle in terms of loot boxes in Battlefront 2, but after that we lost. Like, totally lost. Like, with Roblox and all of the horrible stuff that does, and all the fear of missing out across all these games and how it's just kind of accepted, maybe it's better than it was, but at the end of the day, all these games are like, you can put infinite cash into it, into so many games now. We kind of lost that war, it feels like. And it's just like, I remember how much of a big deal this stuff was when it was on mobile and people getting upset about this and having these conversations. But then just after a certain amount of years, that's just what games are. That's just what games are. Like, every game is now that. You know, like a Call of Duty, you're paying like 60 quid to get it. And then there's all this extra stuff that you have to pay, and you have to do things at a certain amount of time. Like, the fear of missing out, I think, is way more dangerous than some of the stuff we had before. Like, I've been playing some of these old mobile games like Plants vs. Zombies, and it's just like, people complained about this stuff, so the industry changed, and what we got was worse. I think what we got was worse, to be honest. Anyway, don't want to get too depressing. But yeah, again, the only time we won, or gamers kind of was able to push back against that stuff, didn't really matter. I really want the Duff Blimp. When I saw that Barney one, let's get the Duff Blimp. I know it's probably not going to be that interesting. In fact, it's actually a little bit small. Why is the Duff Blimp so small? Put you there. That's a little disappointing, to be honest. I wanted to be a blimpy boy, and this just ain't doing it for me. Look at that, it's not. That is the Duff Blimp, it's just too small. You know, if it could like fly around and stuff like that, that'd be really cool, but it's just tiny. Tunnel of Love, okay. I guess this is the Valentine's Day stuff. We're like... I'm not going to be able to scroll through all this content. Like, there's 5 menus of this stuff, and we are like a third of the way through one of the menus. So I think after going through this one, I'll probably just have to leave it there. The egg! The egg! Oh, I'm getting the egg. Get in that egg.
Hey, you.
That's so cool.
You know who that is?
I think this is one of the things I really liked about Tapped Out as well. Like, other Simpsons games were like this too, where it's just like the commitment to like one specific joke. Like, this is just one joke where it's just a guy in an egg costume running away, and it's so funny. But in a game like, you know, you can put it in a game like the Simpsons game or Hit and Run, Road Rage. You do get those like individual jokes, but because Tapped Out went on for so long and they really had to like drain the well, or not drain the well, that's not fair, but they had to keep going back to the well to get more and more content and keep using it, that you just end up with so many one-time gags. It's awesome. I love you, egg cancel guy. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's so fast. That's so good. Oh, this game's awesome. But again, I guess I don't want to get onto monetization too much again, but the only reason I have this cool egg is because they gave me a load of free donuts, is because the game's shutting down. Like, would I have bought that egg otherwise? Like, no, I would have seen it and been like, well, I don't want to spend all this money to have an egg that doesn't even do anything. It just wanders around, and then you tap him and he falls over and he looks ridiculous. I love him. He's awesome. But it's like, can I justify spending money for this egg? Like, no, not really. All right, let's keep going. I'll do all of part 1, and then unless there's any requests, I think I'll probably just leave it there for going through all of these. Like, so many of these are like seasonal. I just feel like this is another thing about modern gaming that's not the best as well, where it's just like everything's just like seasonal. It's like, no, I don't want to wear an Easter hat in my game. I know that it's Easter, it's fine. I don't need a hat. Like, sometimes it can be cool, it just feels like it's a little bit forced. Oh, is he going to be in here? If this is Stonecutters, does that mean we're going to get Patrick Stewart's character? Where is he? Is he not in here? There he is. Oh, we got to get him. We got to do it. I'm kind of running low on donuts here. Even though they gave me a ton for free, I'm still somehow running low. Put it in front of the school. They have to find out sometime about the Illuminati. Let's get him in there. Oh, it's number one. That's so cool. Okay, well, I'm not getting all of the stone cutters, but... Wait, did he just have a voice? No, he doesn't. So in case you don't know, like, a lot of the characters do have a voice. Like, Mac...
I'm happy to give anyone my autograph.
Yeah, like, Matt Groening has a voice. A lot of the characters do have the voice, like, a voice, but, like, a ton of characters also don't have a voice at all, which is, like... It's for understandable reasons, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't pay to get Patrick Stewart to either re-record stuff, or I'm sure if they even just use Patrick Stewart's voice samples from the show in the game, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be okay and they would have to pay for that, so it totally makes sense. It's just a bit of a shame. God has a voice though, so that's... I guess that makes up for it. But my town's getting messy now, but it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay, that was pretty cool. There is actually a lot of good stuff in here. Again, all what would have been stuff you would have had to pay for, but no, I don't want this stuff. Alright, we're getting into some bad content again. Not liking the look of this. Oh, here's a thought though, right? So when Matt Groening was put into the game, as we just saw him walking around, I read online, or the whole point of it is that it's a Futurama crossover thing, where they put Matt Groening in because it's when Simpsons-orama, the Futurama Simpsons crossover episode, was airing, so they put Matt Groening in to promote it. But it's like, well, that's cool, but why wasn't Fry and Bender put into the game? Like, why not those characters? And considering like just how much content got put into this, it seems strange that like they didn't do any crossover content for Tapped Out. Maybe they did and I've missed it, but that just feels like an obvious thing to do, right? Get some Futurama stuff in there. You don't have to go too crazy with it, but just a few buildings and the Planet Express ship and the Planet Express building, that would have been really cool. Just considering for how long the game went on for, it just seems like a missed opportunity. Well, okay, here we go. I don't know if you're still around, Dr. Pompadour, but there he is. I think this is another good example of the artwork looking off, but I actually quite like the look of this artwork because it's really creepy and weird. Like, it almost adds to how like creepy and strange this thing looks. Oh, have I put the chat box behind the... There we go. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't look correct, but because it doesn't look correct, it makes it even more creepy. Where's Mr. Burns? Oh, look at that! Look at that image! That's horrible! That is really horrible. Okay, I'm just going to skip through this. Let's make him rush this task, just so I can get him to do... Let's change it. Oh my god, look at that! That is horrific in the best possible way. Let's make him bring us love. Oh, he actually did the voice. Mr. Burns, get out of Springfield Heights. Can't see you. Where is he? There he is. Look at him go. Ah. Is he smiling? That does not look correct at all. That does not look correct in the slightest, but that's amazing. He's doing well. He's doing well. He knows what he's up to. He's got plans. I do kind of like that Futurama Simpsons crossover episode, but it didn't utilize the Futurama characters enough. It should have been a two-parter. Yeah, I think that episode gets unfairly... I think it gets unfairly forgotten. I actually think it's quite good. Like, for a 20-minute modern Simpsons episode, and for trying to, like, combine those two worlds and all those characters, I think they actually did a good job. Like, is it amazing? Like, no, but I think it's actually quite funny and entertaining, and there's some good jokes in there, and animation wise, they seem to do a good job with that and actually coming up with like a fun little story to do with those. I actually thought it was quite good. But yeah, I think that would make way more sense what you said, because the Family Guy one was a two-parter or a long episode, wasn't it? Something like that. And it feels like the Futurama one probably deserved it. I might be misremembering that with the Family Guy one, but I feel like that might have been longer or something. I don't know. It's been too. I'm a fake fan. You know, I've already exposed myself as a fake fan, so you guys know that about me. So I feel like it was something like that. Oh, he looks so happy. UBO, that's a pretty good name for him as well. I guess they had to get. I don't think they say that in the episode, do they? But pretty good. He's bringing love. Don't let him get away. Break his legs. That'd be funny if there was something in the game which was Lenny trying to break his legs. Maybe that is in the game. I don't know. Hey, Macluck. Hey, Tappy Tom 23. That's it. It's your boy Tappy Tom tapping and tapped out before it taps out for the one last time. I was hoping to get a few more T words and taps in there as well. Tappy, rappy, Tappy the rapper. No, I don't know. But hey, Joe. Hello, hello, hello. Going by your latest video, you're a bit sick. So I hope you're doing a bit better. I was sick for like 3 weeks. It was pretty rough. And my voice is still a little bit off, but I've been able to ramble about The Simpsons for an hour and a half. So I guess my voice isn't too bad. I actually, before the stream, got this little spray. I have this throat spray and a knee stick throat spray that it like numbs the back of your throat. It tastes disgusting, but I might give it another go. My throat is starting to feel a bit sore. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's awful. It's like it's like blackcurrant flavored, I suppose. I guess. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Oh, Joe, you missed Ellis Mark being here as well. He came by at the beginning of the stream to say hi. I hope he's not around because I just streamed myself spraying my throat and then choking on it. But yeah, that was a really nice surprise at the beginning of the stream. But I've done my town tour and now I'm just buying some crazy stuff like this bootleg Mr. Burns, which seems pretty cool. Okay, where are we going to go next? It seems like it's pushing me back in the list, which is a bit annoying. But that OBO, that thing was actually like only 1,000 cash, I think. That wasn't a premium item. So that's really awesome. Very, very awesome. Here's the guy that reviewed every episode, right? Yeah, that's that guy, the Irish guy who does like the whole ranking... ranking every episode, where it's just like, here's every SpongeBob episode in a video, here's every Family Guy episode. He's definitely like, I like his videos. I don't watch all of them, I won't lie, but I definitely like the big long videos that he does, and just having those on and going through and watching all that stuff. So it's very cool. Okay, apparently at some point you could build a castle. I guess that's pretty cool, but I don't think I'm not going to commit to building a castle. Tuxedo Krusty. See, again, Tuxedo Krusty, it's like, it's a decent skin, but 60 donuts? 60 donuts? Let's see what the conversion rate is. Let's see how much donuts was. Here we go. I want to see in real money how much this just Krusty in a tuxedo would have cost you. I'm going to do it in pounds, because well, that's what I know. Okay, here we go. So let's say you bought like a tray of a tray of 60 was £5 on its own. So if you wanted this Krusty costume and you didn't have a ton of stuff already, yeah, that was £5 for a costume. It's ridiculous. But it's like I said earlier though, like this is now just the standard. Like in Fortnite, you're paying way more than that. So, and in this game, at the very least, there's like a gameplay benefit. There's like a big game. There's like it's really weird, right? Where it's like, just to go on a tangent, there's this whole thing where you got to be cosmetic. Like part of the reason why people are okay with this gas content and all this extra stuff is because it's cosmetic and it doesn't affect the game balancing, and that totally makes sense. You know, you don't want your game to be unbalanced by whoever pays more. Like, that sucks. So it makes sense that it's only cosmetic. But it's almost like in single player games like this, where it has this type of content, it actually allows it to have gameplay benefit, because it doesn't matter. Like, right, you're not going one-on-one against someone and whoever has the best gun wins. You're just building your Springfield. So it means even though you have to pay this money, and I'm not justifying it, but whenever you do pay premium content, unlike modern gaming, you actually get a direct gameplay benefit of it. You both get something that looks cool, but it also has a function because it earns you money, it gives you a bonus. Like, there's always something tied to it. You get a quest line. So it's really interesting, like, that this microtransactions aren't great, but at the very least you actually get proper content. It's not just like, look at my Goku skin that doesn't do anything. It's like, no, look at my weird Mr. Burns that spreads love. That's nice. I think we can all get behind that. Okay, I can see a mutant rabbit. I'm assuming Blinky. No, is it Blinky? The Life in Hell rabbit. I'm assuming that's in the game. So I guess that would be a crossover, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't really know. God, I'm only just over halfway through. Oh, ski lift. Hello. All right, I was just moaning about the costumes and how they're a bit of a rip-off. But if we've got a stupid sexy Flanders in the game. Ah! I think that's 4. Yeah, not this screen again. You're totally right, game. And by having 4 war humor, it makes it all okay. But the servers don't work properly at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna try and buy that sexy Flanders. Again, sex sells, right? I want to be the big YouTuber. I want this to be a big stream. You gotta get the sexy Flanders in there. Get him in a hot tub. Get him shaking. That's how we're gonna bring in the people, I think. Should have put that in the thumbnail. None of this tapping for tapped out. None of this the final screen. Sexy Flanders. Oh, don't tell me it's going to make me go all the way through this again. Oh, this menu really is terrible. So I'm going to have to scroll through and try and remember where he was. Okay, he was part this. Okay, he was part that. It was off. There he was. There we go. But do I have any room for this? I guess that's... There we go. I can go there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god, look at... I can't zoom in on his derriere. Not that I would dare to, because YouTube might take this down. Might take the stream down for being too sexy, but... Oh my god, they've really like HD enhanced his butt. It wasn't quite that shiny in the episode. Maybe I need to rewatch the episode and take a better look, but look at that. That's crazy. I don't watch his content, honestly. It's 2 kids' cartoons. Well, you had your chance to tell him, but he's gone, so you've missed out, I'm afraid. Put it in H. Oh, that guy's got to be in this game, hasn't he? Again, it's just too hard to find specific content, so even if he is in the game, we'll probably never find him. Just ahead of it, get Ned before the game closes down. Exactly. We got to get him looking good. Let's go and find Ned. I don't think I have him doing anything. It's going to be under Ned, isn't it? Here, he might be seeing his dead wife, but no. No time, Ned. No, not a quest. Get out of here. You don't have time for that. Okay, here we go. If you've got kids watching, look away. Send them to bed. Because this is not for the children. Wiggle in his ski suit. Oh, God. Well, they know what the people bought the content for. Where's he going? Ned? Where are you going? I guess he's going to head over to the ski lift, but I'm assuming he's going to stand outside it. And he's going to wiggle. I guess we're going on Ned on this quest while I have some more water. No! No! Boo! 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 That is disgusting. You know what? I'm glad this game is shutting down. Yeah, it's 0 out of 10. No wiggle. It promised what it couldn't deliver. Just turn off the servers now. Just turn off the servers. It's done. It's over. That was premium content. Imagine spending like a tenner. It would have been at least a tenner, I think. I think you're spending at least £10 on it. And then he doesn't even wiggle. Well, what were you doing? Oh god, my throat cannot take me shouting about Ned Flanders. Let's not do that. That is very disappointing. Very disappointing. Right, let's fast track this task. Maybe there's a different one that will make him wiggle. Okay, let's click him again. Okay, polish ski poles. Relax with virgin grog. Is that a Monkey Island reference? Practicing skiing technique. And then we've got enjoy the mountain air, but I don't have a mountain. So I can't do that. I guess maybe skiing technique might do it? I don't. Oh, there's look in the mirror. It's not even a permanent task. That wasn't even a permanent task. That was just a one-off task. Now the actual task is to look in the mirror. Oh, what are we doing, EA? What are we doing? Oh, terrible. Make him look in the mirror, I suppose. That's a bit of a disappointment. All right, we'll carry on. We'll carry on somehow. Hopefully we can find something cool. Bone Storm Santa's pretty good. Teasing with that shininess. I know, they put in all the effort. They HD his butt, as the kids say, and then they don't deliver. If the job has a little icon next to it, it means it has an animation. Maybe there may be a wiggling Ned. Oh, I didn't check for that. Where'd he go? I guess he went in his house. I guess we can get him to rush again. Let's see. I don't remember seeing any icons, but we can double check. Yeah, I think I know the icon you're talking about. Yeah, power walk and do lunges. Yeah. No, none of that. Loosen up. What? So loosens up. The loosen up thing. That has an animation tied to it. Which means, does that mean I have to go through all this quest line? Okay, skip.
Really, that guy?
Okay, cool. We got another costume, but yeah, yada. I think this next quest line is the Flanders one. Okay. Invade Homer's dreams. Let's see what this does. I don't think that's gonna get it done. I actually don't have that many donuts left, so it might be a case of after this. Wait, where'd he go? Okay. I actually don't have enough donuts. Well, I think I should have enough donuts for this, but I'm not going to have enough donuts for like any other proper content. So we're just going to burn through and we're going to get that. We have one animation that it could be, and I don't know what else. Wearing nothing at all. Yep. Make stupid... Okay, make him search for a Bible. What's the other quest? No! Come on! So I guess I gotta start these quests. Alright, we're gonna do this. It's fine. I have enough donuts to do this. It's just a very strange end to my Simpsons Tapped Out journey. If you told me that this was going to be like one of the last things I do in the Simpsons Tapped Out, use all my donuts in order to get a butt wiggle from Flanders, I would have said, actually I probably would have been like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's actually pretty on point. Sure, I can see myself doing that. Okay, so now, wait, that's that done? We collect that. Then we're going to fast forward this. Can't you buy donuts with the in-game cash? You can actually, can't you? That's a very good point. I actually completely forgot about that. So I guess we're all good. We're going to skip through this.
Now what can I ding dong diddly do for
You know, to hit some extreme. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. And make him 12-hour task. Brutal. Brutal. Hey, Kevin. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty good. My voice is starting to give out a little bit. I can kind of feel that, but it's lasted an hour and 40, so I think that's gone well. And in terms of like actually streaming this game, I think this has actually gone very well. I really had no idea if it was going to work. And like 5 minutes before I was about to go live, it stopped working and I had no idea why. And I was kind of panicking a little bit. Not massively, but I was just like, I don't know why this isn't working. But I have to like turn on developer options on my phone and then turn on USB debugging. And then for some reason it disabled itself. So I had to re-enable it and then it was all okay. So it's gone quite well, actually. So thank you. Thank you very much for jumping in and asking. I'm assuming everyone else is okay. If anyone else is not okay, please do raise your hand. There's not much I can do for you unless stupid sexy Flanders is why you're feeling bad. And I'm taking care of that. Hopefully. Right, where are you, Flanders? Another 12. There we go. We must be close. Surely this quest line is not that long. What a lot of delays in getting to the ski slopes. Come on. Is this it? No, 24-hour task. 24-hour task. All right, that's another 12 donuts down the drain. I'm really sad that this game is shutting down tomorrow. I've been an active player since 2020. Well, that's very impressive. Yeah. Have you done the town backup thing? There's a link going around. Wait, where's my thing? Wait.
What can I ding dong diddly do for you?
All right, let me finish this point first. It looks like we have it unlocked, but let me finish this point. But yeah, there is a way you can back up your town just in case something happens, and like you're able to. Modders are able to bring back a private server. There's like a link going around on the subreddit for a way to save it. So if you haven't done that and you're interested in potentially playing in the future, I would recommend giving that a go if you're able to. Okay, here we go. This is for you, a sauce. Let's see if it gets it done. Where's he going? I was promised an animation. I don't know where he's going. I guess he has a spot for this sort of thing. I guess there's a specific location. But Homer is involved. So maybe that's Homer looking at his butt? Maybe? There could be a little staring going on. We'll see. But he is taking his time, isn't he? I guess more water for me then, I guess. Where is he going? Oh, this is getting weird. Where's he off to? Oh no, he's changed his mind. He was gonna do it behind the pink house, but he's decided not. He took a shortcut through a fence, I think. Oh, wait, no, he's still going. Where are you going, Flanders? I'm guessing Homer is in Springfield Heights at the moment. And that's where he's heading. But I don't know. He's really, you know, you gotta tease him, don't you, right? You can't just shake your butt straight away. Wait, what's going on? What are you doing? Oh, is that it? Look at there we go. I can't really track them properly because they're moving quite fast. But there it is, everybody. There he goes. Oh no, don't go in the tunnel. It's not quite as shiny as was promised. Like, it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. It's a bit disturbing that this task is 12 hours long. So it's literally, they're going to be doing this for 12 hours. I guess when the game shuts down, this is what I'm going to have them doing. But there it is. There he goes. I don't know why. I don't know why they're moving so much. This feels like why are they, like, what? Like sometimes Homer is chasing Flanders and sometimes Flanders is chasing Homer. I mean, it's a very strange relationship they have. And this person just has a knife. But let's not worry about that too much. My Springfield is a little bit odd. There we go. Well, you know what? It was all worth it. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna change my mind on this and say Tapped Out is actually pretty good. And I would like to see the game continue, and they've done a very good job. And well done, everybody involved. You did it. You didn't let your dreams just be dreams. And now here we are for at least one more day to see stupid, sexy Flanders. Oh, I was going to end the stream there. That felt very poetic, but I guess I'll go for a bit more. I like how predatory Ned is. Yeah, he's... Again, I don't know why it had to be a chase. I don't know why they just didn't go to a specific spot and have that happen. It is just an... This is like one of the fastest animations in the game. They just can't get away from each other. For the shutdown, do we know if it costs more to run the servers, or did Fox contract expire with EA due to the Disney acquisition? Yeah, this was something I was talking about before, where I've seen a few people talk about it's a licensing thing, and it would make a ton of sense for it to be a licensing thing. But yeah, it's kind of not known. I don't think there's anything official out there. Hopefully in the next month or so, something official does come to light, so we all know what actually happened. But yeah, again, I think server costs is definitely going to be a part of it, but you know, we don't know if the Simpsons creative team tapped out. Didn't even mean to say that, you know. Those guys, read by Stuart Burns, is the executive producer on The Simpsons, who has been running The Simpsons Tapped Out all this time. Then it might have just been a case of saying, guys, we're kind of done from our side. We don't know. There's just like a ton of stuff it could have been. Licensing makes a ton of sense. Obviously, running costs makes a ton of sense. Like EA, I think either today or quite recently reported lower than expected sales or profits. Like it looks like FIFA isn't doing as well as FIFA normally does, and Dragon Age like sold way less than they were expecting. So like Ubisoft is the one that everyone is talking about not doing well, and that's completely correct. But I think a lot of the big publishers are kind of struggling, and EA is going through an awkward phase right now where they no longer have the FIFA license, but they don't really have that much diverse portfolio as they used to, and they tried to do a Dead Space remake, but that didn't do as well as expected, and they tried to bring back BioWare, but that went as well as expected, but it didn't go well. So this might just be a cost-cutting thing from their side, saying, we have this dev team and we're paying for this license, or we're paying for this service or the service for this, so let's just cut this out. We need to cut. Because unfortunately, a lot of companies, that's just where they're at. We know for the last 2 years that video game companies have been cutting and reducing their team size down. And this actually might be a part of that. Like, there's been no confirmation for what the EA mobile team is going to be doing. And it's because they don't talk about that dev team. But that's still probably a pretty big sized team of devs maintaining this game that EA is paying for. So you just don't know. There's just so many things it could be. That is really hard to say, but I hope we do get confirmation. Think about the children, Ned. I think you might be thinking about the children. That might be happening. The kids need to see this. You know, sex education is a complicated time in a child's life, and sometimes you just need a stupid, sexy Flanders to bust in, and everyone's like, oh, okay, I get it. No, that makes sense. I know what's going on there now. I'm hoping that Disney will acquire Simpsons games in the future. Well, that's what I was, I was talking about this earlier, actually. Like, do the rights of Hit and Run actually become easier if EA has lost the license? Does someone, like, my guess would be, like, Activision owns the rights. Does that actually become a possibility now that they don't have to, like, partner up with EA to make that happen? I don't know. That is pure speculation, but by the end of the year, it could actually be a really big positive that Tapped Out disappears, because it could open the door for different Simpsons games or different remasters of Simpsons games. because EA are potentially going to be removed from the equation, and that'll be really interesting and cool. But that's also just, again, complete speculation because we just don't know. The modern Ubisoft games aren't really decent, but Assassin's Creed Shadows looks cool. Not sure if it will sell well. Well, again, it's like, it's how much does that game need to sell to make it worthwhile, right? Like, if it sells 3 million copies, that's a failure because the company is betting so much on it that at a certain point it's like, actually it needs to sell a ton, and how much it needs to sell is an insane amount just because they've had a few bombs in the row and Ubisoft are struggling. But again, I think how much it needs to sell is a ton. It's just sunk cost at this point. It made more sense for them to pay for like 3 or 4 months of extra dev time to potentially double the sales by improving the quality, just so they even have a shot of it becoming one of the biggest games of the year. So I think it looks decent. I agree. I think it looks quite cool, but I'm not buying a Assassin's Creed game day one. Okay, maybe I need to do something else in this game. This has been like a solid coming up on 10 minutes of a Stupid Sexy Flanders. But I guess we got to appreciate Stupid Sexy Flanders while they're here. I suppose. I don't think there's that much more I need to do in Tapped Out. We got Snorky, for anyone who missed Snorky. Snorky talk. That might be one of my favorite Treehouse of Horror segments. It's not one I really think about because it's not quite Golden Age, but it's still a really good one. Hey. Does EA's licensing with The Simpsons set to expire on November 1st or the end of November? Again, I don't really know. If you have any sources that say it's November, I would love to see that. That would be really interesting. Because I haven't found anyone who's actually able to kind of say, yes, this is definitely what's happening. But if you've heard that it's November and you're able to share a link or something, that would be really interesting. Because I would love to kind of get some sort of confirmation on that. But again, I just don't know. Because anytime I hear someone talk about this stuff, it's almost like, okay, well, where is this coming from? And I just haven't seen a good enough source on it to be convinced that that's what's going on, or exactly what the nature of that deal is that EA signed. Because EA signed up with The Simpsons in like 2005, right? Because that's when The Simpsons game started development. So you could argue it's a 20-year deal from 2005. You know, again, there's enough of a thread there that you could tie this together and it makes sense. Did they sign a 20-year deal with The Simpsons? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's coming up on 2 hours, so I think that's probably a good time to end. Yeah, so this is my town. It's gotten a little bit messier since this stream because I've just been buying random stuff. We have the Duff Blimp. We have Camp Krusty. It's looking pretty good. Tomorrow, I'm going to be quite frantically recording the game and getting my last clips that I need for the video. So in case you missed it earlier, I am working on the ranking every Simpsons game video, but it's going to be like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's taking longer than expected. So it's probably going to take another 2 weeks for me to get it done. But tomorrow is my last day to grab footage that I need. So tomorrow I'm just going to have to like boot up the game. I'm going to have to go through my script, see where the missing parts are potentially, and grab all these like little clips of the game. Just so when it comes to editing, I can say I definitely have this. It's going to be a bit of a crazy one. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you very much for everyone. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And yeah, it's kind of sad. It is sad about Tapped Out, right? Just to kind of get the obvious out the way, it is kind of sad. And I talked about this earlier, just the idea that a game can actually disappear really sucks. Like, this isn't the same as Galaxy 2 not being ported to the Switch. This is just like, there was this game that people played for a ton, and now it's gone. And now it's gone, and that does really suck. So, yeah, I think the video is going to take another 2 weeks. There's going to be some negative things that I say about this game. I've spent so much time working on that script. Like, this is the most time I've ever spent on a script for one of these videos because I kept rewriting stuff over and over again But it's like, how do you talk about this game? Like, how do you talk about it? Like, how do you explain this fairly? Like, how do you critique it fairly? This isn't like a Mario game where it's like, it controls well and he goes Yahoo and level 1's pretty good. It's like, conceptually, it's just so different to anything I've ever had to talk about. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but the script is pretty much done. So I just need to do it at this point. So hell yeah, give me a 10-hour episode, please. 10-hour Simpsons skateboarding. Oh, I hope not. I really hope not. I think the longest video in this series will be the Simpsons game, because there's so many versions and I think there's so much stuff to go through. I think that's going to be like 2.5 hours long, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go. So again, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the Tapped Out full video. So I guess I'll see you for that in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget to give that a like and a comment and all that good stuff, because I'm worried that the algorithm isn't going to pick up that video, because the algorithm's been a bit harsh for me recently. So yeah, hopefully Tapped Out does well, but we'll see. I'm just busy on actually making it for the time being. Okay, all right, that's it. I said I'm going, and I'm going. I made a promise. Remember stupid sexy Flanders. Everyone now has this footage. You now have my live stream archive, so you can go and check it out whenever you want. I've done a good thing. I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll see you for the full Tapped Out video. Night all.